What's up, guys? Let's do this next exercise. Today, we're going to be looking at this exercise, which talks about the following. It tells us we have undirected weighted graph. That means that it's a graph that looks like following, undirected with some simple weights. So let's say 3, 2, and 1. Those are the weights. So that's that's the first part of the thing that tells us. So we have to remember that. And then it tells us that we have well, coming back to this whole question is this, there is undirected weighted graph, just like this one, that has two, right? Edge disjointed, right? Edge disjointed minimal spanning tree. So let's remember what a minimal spanning tree is. Minimal spanning tree is a tree such that spans the whole thing, right? With a minimal amount of weight. Let's say we have two ways of doing it. Maybe we have this, and that. Come on. This and that. And let's say we have two other ways of going like this, right? And let's say this one is 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? So we can definitely go from A to B with 1, right? And then from B to D with 1. And then from D to C with 3, right? Which is going to be 4, or 5, a weight of 5. Weight 5, right? But the shortest spanning tree is that which has the least amount of weight. So let's say we take A to C, right? And then, no, let's go to A to D, right? And then A to D is going to be 1, right? And then from D to B can be 1 again. And then A to C can be 2, right? Or we can simply say, hey, we go to A like so, to C, to D again. So we go like this, and then from D to B, and then like this. And if we take this path, the weight is going to be 4. Oops. So weight of 4. So that would be the minimal spanning tree, right? So in this case, they're asking us if there is a graph that can have two content disjuncted, that means edge disjointed minimal spanning tree. Now, edge disjointed means that we never have other edges touching the nodes. That is, we have something like this, right? That we have no other disjointed other paths like such, like the blue line. That's what I mean with disjointed. So let's start ahead and do an example, right? Let's say we have this, right? Let's do something like that. And let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, right? 2 is going to be for this guy. So in this case, we can simply say, hey, oops. Hey, basically we want to see if there's spanning trees. So we can simply say, hey, what happens if, say, this is 2 as well, right? And let's say we have 2 spanning trees that have such like so, right? And we go from to A to B and B to D, and then, or maybe, yeah, B to D, and then A to like so, right? So we have 2, 2, and such. But what happens if we have another path? For example, let me just give you an example. This example is not really that good because the numbers don't give. But let me think how we can improve this. 1 and 1, 2, this will be 2, and it's going to be 1. Well, 1, 2, right? So let's give it something like that. Let's give this 5 or something. So what we do here is, okay, the first spanning tree will be like so, right? The first shortest spanning tree will be like so. It just looks something like following. And it goes like so. Right? So in this case, our weight is going to be 1, 1, and 2. That's basically going to be your weight. So 1, 1, and 2 is going to be 4. Right? Weight equals to 4. Now let's check the same thing, but for another situation in which we take 2, right? And we take again B, and then instead of taking this path over here, sorry, taking this pad over here, we simply take this pad over here, which is going to be 2, right? And then we take this path again for D. You know? As you can see, it is not possible to have disjointed. Let me just do 4 here. Let's do the red one here so we can not get confused. Oops. As you can see, what they mean is these two are disjointed. The subgraphs are disjointed. They're not disjointed, as they always share two, so to speak, edges. As you can see, we always need to share at least one edge between the subgraphs for them to be both minimal subgraphs or spanning graphs, so to speak. So in this sense, it just contradicts the idea that we can have disjointed ones, right? As you can see, we always take the shortest path always. And for example, from A to B, in both we use A to B basically, as the shortest path. That is, it means that we cannot have it disjointed. So we can say that it cannot be possible as, well, just because of the properties of the graphs. If we want to have two minimal spanning trees, then they have to at least share one common, so to speak, edge. It's a bit confusing, but just try to give more examples by yourself. You can even have like 5 nodes if you wanted to, you know, and just check all the connections out, so to speak, right? But at the end of the day, you're going to find out that we always have to share at least one of the edges, right? So yeah, I think that's it for the video. And yeah, thanks for watching.